If you catch yourself saying it's fine to somebody else's behavior towards you, but it's actually not fine at all, and you're scared of setting boundaries because you feel it's uncomfortable, this video is for you. I am sharing with you the 7 principles I live by that will help you stop managing everybody else's emotions and start trusting your own truth and be unapologetic about what you need. This is really big. I stopped being responsible for other people's emotions. As a woman who grew up with a single mother, I saw one of the most amazing, loving women I've ever seen let her marriage fall apart because she was afraid to express her needs. Now, I'm on a mission to help women just like you find their voice, speak up, express their needs, and be unapologetic about what they want. Because no one's voice deserves to be unheard. The first one is conversations where you feel like you need to prove your worth. You are a wonderful woman. You know what you bring to the table, and you know that what you bring to the table is fantastic. It's phenomenal. When you know what you bring to the table and the table is not accepting you, it's not your table, baby. It's not your table. Here's a tip, a sentence that I've heard a few years ago and is sitting with me ever since then. God hears conversations that you don't hear. God is in rooms that you are not. So if you're in a room, you're in a conversation that feels uncomfortable, you're extra working hard to prove yourself, it might not be the room for you. And it might be that God is actually protecting you from something that is bigger. Trust your intuition, trust your gut, and move on. If it's not your table, find another table. The second thing is, I am not explaining my needs more than once. If you are in a situation where you say what you need or what you want and it doesn't land to somebody else's as you wanted it, or if it's not that accepting, they're not accepting of you, that's the time to move on. Because again, if it's not your table, it's not your table. And the tip that I want to give you here is that those that will respect your needs, those that will respect what you're saying and your truth, will not ask for you to explain them. The people, I'll say it again, the people who will respect your needs, the people who respect your truth, will not ask you to explain yourself. Let that sink in. The third thing is saying it's fine when it's not. We need to stop doing that. I personally am done playing these games, and if you feel like something is off, then don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to make it land better. Just own what you said and stop managing other people's emotions to feel comfortable. If you said something that, or if somebody's done something to you or behaved in a certain way towards you and it's not fine, don't say it's fine. Say what you actually mean. You can say, and that's the tip that I have for you, is you can say, you know what? I actually prefer next time if you would do XYZ. Or I actually, not even actually, because that's nonsense. You want to say something like, I wish that you would, next time, you would respect me in this way. This will feel, if you will, another option, if you will respect me this and this and this will make me feel so loved. This will make me feel so accepted by you. And if it doesn't land good, okay, well, then maybe that's not the person for you. And I know it sounds harsh, but the people who are for you will be there for you. The people who are for you will accept you and will accept the fact that you're saying, no, it's not fine. It's actually really, really not fine. And then you say exactly what you wish and what you want. Fourth thing is I stopped saying quiet just to avoid being misunderstood. You might be misunderstood either way. So you might as well speak up, because if you remember that people react to you the way they see life. So everybody walks around in life with their own lenses, with their traumas, with their experiences, with their childhood, or with the way they see the world, right? Just like you. So it's different. Everybody's way of seeing the world is different. And they react to you, the people who react to you from their lenses, from their perspective. So if you're misunderstood, it could be that they just truly don't get it. They really don't get it, and you want to be clearer. You want to say your message a little more clear. Okay, that's fine. And the second reason might truly be that they will never get it, and they react to you from their lens, and their lens might not see you the way you want to be seen. And that's something to accept, understand that it has truly nothing to do with you, and move on with your life. Number 5 is the biggest one. I used to do it so much. Okay, I stopped overthinking texts, messages, conversations, decisions. Once you understand, and really understand, that your time and your energy are the biggest assets that you have, the biggest currencies that you have no reason to spend your time or energy overthinking about things that already happened. You sent a text, you said something in a conversation. Okay, it's already done. There's really nothing you can do. There's a protocol. It's actually a military protocol, but it's called fire and forget. So you already sent it. You already sent and forget. So you want to practice it. It's obviously a practice, because if you're a people pleaser, you know that you're overthinking because you're seeking for that approval. You're seeking for that confirmation. You're seeking for the love reaction, right? That's the whole concept of the people pleasing, because it's conditions of worth. But you want to practice fire and forget. You said it. That's it. You're done. Don't spend your precious, precious time and energy over things that already happened. And if in some case you do need to explain yourself, okay, great, you can do that. You're a good-hearted, loving woman. Of course you can explain yourself, but don't overthink about it and then beat yourself up because something you said and somebody reacted in a certain way. Okay, number 6 is this is really big. I stopped being responsible for other people's emotions. You want to remember, your solely responsibility is to keep your side of the street clean. To keep your side of the street clean, which means that you are a kind, loving woman, and other people's sides of the street is not yours to clean. You can be responsible and in charge of your own emotions, but the way other people react, if they feel uncomfortable, if they are sad, if they are hurt, you can't control the way they react, because again, they react from their lens, from their point of view. And yeah, if you said something that hurt somebody, of course you can apologize, of course you can be there for them, and of course you can do whatever you want and need to redeem that, and of course ask for forgiveness. But in most cases, if it's not a big issue, then there's no point of always thinking about what the other person will react and how the other person will feel, because you cannot control other people's emotions. Last thing, this took a lot of time. All the things I'm sharing with you took a lot of time, and this is why I do what I do, because I want to save you time. I want to save you time with going through all of it, because it took me years. 7, I stopped shrinking myself to keep the peace, because I realized, and you want to understand, that if you baby boo, if you are, when you're being in your power, if you being in your power is making somebody else uncomfortable, is breaking the peace, how is that beneficial to anybody. When you're in your power, when you're glowing, when you're thriving, when you're your amazing, most beautiful version of yourself, and someone else feels uncomfortable because of that, wow, this is, first of all, not your responsibility. And second, F them. It's not your table. They're not for you. They're not your people. And I know it's kind of, I know it's hard because I want you to remember that when you're in your power, when you're showing up fully as yourself and somebody else is uncomfortable, the only reason that they're uncomfortable is because they are uncomfortable to see somebody, you, in their power doing something that they're not allowing themselves to do. A lot of people in this world are not allowing themselves to be in their power. And when you are stepping into your power, when you're showing up in that way, it might ruffle some feathers. It might make some people uncomfortable. But if that's the case and they are walking away from you, or they're harming you, or they're trying to get you to feel bad about it, they're not your people. They're not your people. And if anything, the people that are for you will be so inspired by the fact that you allowed yourself to show up, by the fact that you gave yourself permission to be in your full power, to glow up, to thrive, and just to be you. Because so many of us are not being us so much of the time. So you being yourself, you stepping into your power, is one of the most beautiful things that you can do for yourself and everybody around you, because you're going to inspire them. If you are ready to dive deeper and practice that and save yourself time with doing the work and learning how to do it, because it's not only mindset work, and you see, it's not only mindset work, it's habits. It's the way you show up in those conversations. It's the way you show up with those texts. If you're ready to step into that version of you, if you're ready to stop managing everybody else's emotions, and you're ready to just be in your power, this is exactly the work I'm doing. So apply in the link below to work with me, and we're going to find the patterns that keep you in the people pleasing cycle and break them free one at a time, so you will be in your power. You'll step into the rooms that you want to step into and speak up unapologetically you.